and I'm very keen to see what you do here in New York City.
Me too.
Yeah.
As my son says, Mum, I'm just glad you're having a crack, and I'm just going for it, and I'm going to just see where the journey takes me. I have a clear business plan, and
Awesome.
but I'm
Stay narrow and deep.
Stay narrow and deep, and enjoy it. Like, I'm just having a lot of fun. Hey guys, it's Wednesday the 19th of September here on Broadway in New York City, and we've got a cool day planned. Not as expected, we were going to be running our event today, but unfortunately the aircon in our building broke down, so we're scrambling today, changing the date, letting people know. That's cool though. It means we're going to get more people to our event at the end of October. So focus today is I've got to get out to our subscribers what's on my mind, where I share some tips on stuff that I'm learning, focusing on preparing for my trip back to Australia in a couple of weeks and capturing that for everyone. Helen, you're focusing on social media. Yep.
This morning.
Increasing our followers and looking at our content strategy, which we luckily and gratefully were given via Gary V at VaynerMedia. They shared their content strategy. If you haven't seen it, you can find it online, and it is unreal. So we are just going to follow that exactly how they say to do it. And what else? Oh, awesome. This afternoon we've got Dandapani coming in for a couple of hours, and we're going to work with him on an outcome profile. So that is great, because nothing better than being in the same space as Dandapani. And then one of my girlfriends from Australia is coming in, who has this amazing handbag brand. So she's expanding, so she's going to pop in, visit our office here in New York and have a chat to her. So yeah, it's cool. We've got cool stuff to do, and yeah, I'm feeling great. Are you feeling good, Helen?
Feeling good.
Yeah. We've had a good morning. My What's on My Mind weekly e-news has gone out. Always takes much longer than I expect, but put some things that have been going on in my world. What are you looking at?
You're holding that coconut, I'm sorry.
No, I've got a lot going on. About to go to lunch. We just finished great lunch, delicious, and now heading back to the office. I've got my meeting with Dandapani, and I'm going to be doing some technical work this afternoon, which is a bit of a shock to the system, but I'm going to help him work out a role that he's wanting to recruit. One of the biggest issues that I see in businesses, they go out to the market and then they say there's no good people out there. There's actually great people out there, it's just that you don't know what you're actually looking for. So I'm going to help him get clear on the role. What are the three big rocks? What are the outcomes we want that person to achieve? So if he's clear, then we can go out to the market clear and get the perfect person. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm just looking forward to being in his space, because he's an incredible human being, so I feel very privileged for the opportunity. So yeah, that's my afternoon, and then catching up with a friend. So I'm going to go back and get prepared, ready, and yeah, enjoy the afternoon. Ooh. Hi. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you
Sorry, I'm a minute late.
Hi, Helen. So nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well.
Making sure we're hydrated.
So I started my first business 11 years ago,
Okay.
What's Next, and that is a HR consulting firm specifically for small to medium enterprise. Businesses predominantly under 100 staff, and in Australia we look after everything to do with people. So engagement, culture, performance, hiring and firing, all of those areas. I'm also lucky enough to expand out of that. So there are two other businesses that I've gone into partnership with. One is called Your Secret Sauce, which is a technology platform for kids to increase literacy, but increase reading and writing. And that was started by my son, Digger. Yep, he's 11, and so he came to me with this idea. I went to my business partners about it. And then we decided that, okay, yep, we think this is a good idea.
You've moved to New York now.
Yes.
Right, and you're starting a business here. Can you share a little bit about what that is?
Yeah. So firstly, all I ever wanted to do was be here in New York.
Yep.
I kept coming here.
Why?
I just, I actually find it very calming.
Yeah.
And I love the vibe. I think that I've found it to be incredibly encouraging. People want you to win here. I really have found that. And I think it's the heartbeat of the universe. It's just the best city in the world. And I wanted the challenge.
Again, the best one?
City in the world?
Totally is the best city in the world.
Totally the best city in the world. And so I was like, I need to be here and I want to see if I can do something here, like ultimate challenge. I know your story is similar. And so I was like, okay, the other business I'm in is in IoT, completely different. And I thought, well, I'll come here and I'll start an element of the consulting firm here, which is focusing on high-level strategic sort of management consulting specifically for entrepreneurs and founders. But it was sort of like, I need to be in New York. What experience and tools do I have that can make me, have that opportunity and start up here? So, yeah.
And your business is going to be focused on?
So my business is focused on 4 areas. So we look at vision, mission, values of the organisation, and I'm not talking about fancy words on a wall, really understanding how they should be a tool in the business, looking at making sure organisations actually make sense. Most businesses I've been into in the last 20 years haven't actually made sense to perform at their peak. So I take a look at that, making sure people understand what a good day's work looks like. We speak to so many people, so many employees, and they say, I assume I'm doing a good job. I actually don't really know what outcomes I'm meant to get, but I'm told to do these things and these are the things that I do. And
that's your outcome profiles?
That's the outcome profiles. And then I do a lot of work in behavioural profiling, so using extended disc and getting teams to work better together, but really helping the owners understand who is in their business and how do you leverage those strengths. So I'm all about leverage in business and how do we actually lift the overall performance of the people within it and the business itself by connecting the founders and the employees to the business, because we spend a lot of time focusing on connecting employees, but we don't spend a lot of time on founders and entrepreneurs reconnecting to their business. And if they're not connected, their employees are never going to be connected. So,
a couple of things here. I think 2, 3, and 4 that you said just now are really, I talk a lot about managing energy. And wouldn't you say that your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th point is really about harnessing the energy within the company and making sure there's no wastage?
Absolutely.
Right? And then number 1, which is your vision, mission, and values, gives you a point of focus.
Yes.
And that's something that I always talk about, is that, how we have a finite amount of energy and a finite amount of time. How do we harness that energy and then focus it? But in order to focus that energy, you need to know what to focus on.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a point of focus, then where do you channel that energy? And that's what your vision and mission does. And I always say the core values within the business creates parameters upon which you can operate.
Yes.
Right? So they're guidelines, really.
Yes.
To operate that finite amount of energy.
I think the core of the business and the most critical, and most things don't work as well if that's not right. And look, I was saying to someone yesterday about vision, mission, values, and he said, one thing about my company is the values, they work really well. And I said, great, what are they? He said, I can't remember them off the top of my head. Said, they're not working for you. Yeah. Because you can't draw upon one of those values as a tool when you need it, because you can't actually remember them. most cases, people don't actually know if they're doing a good job each day. Not because they're not told, but because, well, one, no one says anything, so they think, well, I assume no news is good news. But no one's actually said what does a successful day look like? What are the outcomes that I need to achieve to actually be succeeding? We usually give people a job description that outlines, these are the tasks I want you to do. But what we want to do is get people to understand that I don't care how you do it, I want this outcome. Just had an awesome meeting with Dandapani. Oh my gosh, being in his same space as him was unreal. And now, big surprise, my girlfriend Vashti from Vash Bags in Australia is in New York expanding her brand, and she's popped in to see me, which I'm so excited about. And even though it's getting late and it's been a massive day, I'm super pumped. So I thought we should show you how awesome she is. So I'm going to take you in, we're going to meet her and ask her a few things about what she's doing as a cool female entrepreneur. So let's do it. Because we're speaking to entrepreneurs and business owners, like, give us how have you built a global brand, been successful doing that? Yeah.
Okay, so I feel I'm very much at the beginning of this journey. We've built the foundations on a micro business in New Zealand, and then we took that next step to Australia. We're completely self-funded, and so
Awesome.
it is a challenge to be growing step by step. Joining the EO community, and that's actually how we met,
Yes.
is really pivotal to why we even tried America. I was in one of our group forums, and there was this suggestion that, hey, why don't you take this leap and try? What is there to lose?
And so I have one other question for you that I actually got asked today by Dandapani. So I thought, well, I'll ask you the same.
Yes.
What is your advice to female entrepreneurs that are starting out, want to, or in their journey and perhaps having doubts or struggling?
My key advice would be to know that you're not alone, to create a community, and to take the lead.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's easy. It's not even a gender thing. I think it's just a social signature that you've been told to be a certain way. And then if you do take the lead and step outside your comfort zone, there's this massive community, both of supporting men and women.
Yes.
And that gender isn't defining.
Totally agree.
And I think the more people that do it regardless of gender, the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
In the way business is building at the moment, micro entrepreneurs are creating this new space, and the more women that do it, the better it will be.
Yeah. I love that answer.
Did you? Was it right?
Yes, I love it. It was unreal. And I totally agree. It's actually not about gender, but I do want more females to back themselves.
That's right. It's getting out of that stereotype.
Yeah,
like taking the lead.
Just taking the lead
with what you want to do.
Well, thank you for coming to visit.
Yep.
Congratulations on your brand and that you're your order, and also just like getting build. Yeah, the steps. And I've always only organically grown my businesses as well.
Yeah.
And I think that speed isn't sexy.
Yeah.
I actually think
your
that
size is right.
like taking the time and learning along the way gives you the ability to get to know and date your business before you get married. So I think it's good. Oh,
Nice to see
so
you.
good. Congratulations. So nice to meet you. Mwah.
Sure.
When are you going back?
Tomorrow.
Oh my
Tomorrow
God,
night.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay,
The last
cool.
day.
Well, today was awesome. This is exactly why I'm here. I just had the best day, met amazing people and got some really quality work done, and just loving it. It's now time to go and call the kids in Australia before they go to school and check in and see what's happening with them, make sure that my middle son, come through. My middle son Gus is eating his lunch, and then I might even go out into New York City and have a drink because it's been a fantastic day and I should celebrate. So here's to another episode of The Unconventional Life, and I recommend an unconventional life. Cheers, guys.